It's another historical moment for the Powerball jackpot, as whoever buys Wednesday's numbers has the chance to win $1 billion. This comes 3 months after the first Powerball numbers were drawn, and the minimum was at $20 million. But with no winners announced yet, the jackpot has reached $1 billion and could still rise. Many Rockford residents shared with 23 News that they would put their winning money toward charity or building a golf course. One couple says they would spend it on building their future.
I'm gonna buy more cats.
I'm gonna get an apartment because technically it counts as income here, so I would have it.
We get an apartment and we buy more cats.
Get an apartment and buy more cats?
Yeah.
Yes.